I don't have a homily today because the archbishop has a letter that he wants me to read to all of you about the changes that are coming. And then he wants to make commentary on that. So, my dear friends, I'm happy to greet all of you in the name of the risen Lord Jesus. As Archbishop, I have the important responsibility and honor of providing you with ongoing pastoral care and sacramental ministry in your parish community. Today I write to inform you that your parish will be entering a time of transition in pastoral leadership beginning July 1st, 2024. I am pleased to announce that after consultation with the priest personnel board, I've appointed Father Khanh Nguyen as your new pastor, and Father Dwight Lewis and Father Thanh Duc Vu, SDD, as your parochial vicars. Father Khanh is currently the pastor of St. Matthew Parish in Seattle. Presently, Father Dwight Lewis is the parochial vicar at St. Charles Borromeo Parish in Tacoma, and Father Paul Vu is the parochial vicar of Our Lady of Lourdes Parish in Seattle. These men are wonderful priests who will diligently and faithfully serve you and your parish family. Be assured that they will receive all the necessary support and assistance from the Archdiocese of Seattle to ensure quality pastoral care for your parish family. At the same time, I want to personally thank Father Dick Hayatsu, pastor of St. Francis of Assisi Parish in Burien, and Father John Ludwig, pastor of St. Bernadette Parish in Seattle, for their 25 years and 5 years of service, respectively. I ask you to please keep them in your prayers as they take up senior priest status. Father Ludwig will remain in residence at St. Francis of Assisi Parish and provide sacramental support on occasion to the parish family. I would also like to thank Father Joseph Vu, pastor of Our Lady of Lourdes Parish in Seattle, for his 5 years of service. Please keep Father Vu in your prayers as he takes on a new assignment with his religious order, Domus Dei Clerical Society of Apostolic Life. Times of transition can be challenging, especially as we prepare to say goodbye to a familiar presence and welcome new pastoral leaders. However, if embraced in an open and positive way, this can be a time of blessing for the entire parish and the Catholic Church of Western Washington. Confident that that will be the case as you welcome Father Khanh Nguyen, Father Dwight Lewis, and Father Paul Vu to your parish family. As always, I remain in the heart of Christ, the Most Reverend Paul Aitchen, Archbishop of Seattle. So that's the news, that the new parish, new priests that are coming here. I think some of you know Father Khanh Nguyen. He lived here as a seminarian for a year with me a number of years ago before he was ordained a priest. Father Dwight Lewis is a priest from Tobago in the Caribbean somewhere. He's a big, large priest and loves to sing and loves to preach. Sometimes he preaches a long time, so I don't know what he's going to do. Father Vu is a Vietnamese priest at Our Lady of Lourdes. They have 5 masses there every Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday. So that's why I think Father Khanh Nguyen, who speaks Vietnamese, will be here to help him say some of those masses. Although I think part of the plan is that they will move. They don't have a small church at Lourdes. I built that church a long time ago when they didn't have many people there. And I built a church, we built a church for 200 people, but they put 300 people in that church for every Mass. Because Vietnamese people are smaller, I don't know. But they don't mind squeezing together. So I think part of the plan is to have some of those masses at St. Bernadette's, where they can hold 600 people, and probably that means 900 Vietnamese people at every Mass, and they can reduce the number of Masses at Lourdes. So one priest that doesn't have to do 5 Masses on a weekend, but maybe 2 at Bernadette's and 1 at Lourdes or something like that. So I don't know what the plan is going to be because I don't think they made the plan yet. The Archbishop says that don't call these guys up. They'll be coming the 1st of July, and I'm sure they'll be coming by in between to meet the staff here and find out what the lay of the land is and what's happening here. There'll be 3 priests living in the rectory now. So Father Khanh Nguyen will live in the rectory, Father Dwight Lewis will live in the rectory, and Father John Ludwig is already living in the rectory because they don't have one at Bernadette's. And he's going to stay there as a retired priest. And Father Vu has a rectory at Our Lady of Lourdes where he will be living. So you're going to have an abundance of priests here. How much of them you'll see, I have no idea. Somehow they're going to rotate and say masses here at Bernadette's. And I don't know if they'll go to Our Lady of Lourdes or not, because that's mostly a Vietnamese masses. They have one in English. They have 50 English-speaking people go, I heard the priest say, and 250 Vietnamese people go to that mass. So somehow they're going to figure it out. That's why I retired, I think, or want to retire. So all of this is taking place, of course, to help, because we're short on priests, and it's not going to get much better in the future with priests retiring and dying and that kind of thing. And so they're trying to consolidate parishes so that they can have masses at all the parishes in some way or another with fewer priests and with help that will come from retired priests. So my intention is that I will be helping out wherever in some way or another on weekends where there are short of priests or need a priest to help out because they're on vacation or got sick or whatever else may happen in that kind of way. So it's going to be a new adventure for you, hopefully an exciting adventure. You're going to find out how we can work together, all 3 parishes working together somehow or another, and, celebrating together at times as we move forward. I know that I talked to the priest at Lourdes when we had a meeting of priests and staff at St. Thomas a number of weeks ago. And they have a very vibrant community there. The Vietnamese don't hire staff. They have 1 paid secretary and 1 bookkeeper, and that's all. Everybody else is volunteer. That's kind of an amazing kind of thing that we don't do in America, but they do there and they do here. That's the way they operate. So people volunteer a lot in the Vietnamese parishes to make sure everything happens. He said they have one event at Lourdes honoring Mary, and they work for 4 weeks getting ready for this event. They have a grotto outside the church. They spend hundreds of hours with volunteers setting up the whole place, having a great big festival where thousands of people come to celebrate with them. So that's a whole different kind of a culture that you and I can learn from, and can be an exciting kind of an adventure in the future. So there are 2 pages of notes, and I'm not going to try to do them all because I can't. That's going to take longer than my homilies do. So my speaking here is kind of consolidating some of the thoughts that are in here. There are probably thoughts I have skipped over, and I'm sure they'll be revealed in the future. If you have questions, certainly you can ask. I don't know whether I'll have the answer or not. So we hope that Father Khanh will come and visit us at some point. Father Dwight Lewis may come here as well to figure out, what's going on here in our parishes. I have this, so the schedule for the first year, Mass schedule is not going to change substantially. So we'll still have a Saturday night Mass and 2 Masses on Sunday. And Bernadette's will have 1 Saturday night Mass and 1 Mass on Sunday. And I don't know what the Vietnamese church is going to do because they have 5 Masses, and I don't know how they're going to do all that with, well, Father Khanh speaks Vietnamese, so they have 2 priests that speak Vietnamese. But somehow I think they're going to consolidate their Mass schedule so that it's reduced and not have 5 Masses every weekend. Other than that, I ask you to welcome them, make them feel at home, and enjoy their company. I'm sure you'll get to know them eventually. I was going to say this on my last Sunday I was here. That's the last Sunday of June. But the first Sunday I was here at this parish, I stood out in front of the church, and nobody said hello to me. Good morning, hello, Father, welcome, nothing. I said, these people don't like me, or I'm not sure what's going on here. So I want you to make sure that when you see these guys, that you say hello, okay, and welcome them, make them feel at home, and get to know them. And I'm sure they'll eventually get to know you as well. So thank you for your patience and understanding all of this. And I know you have more questions. Feel free to ask, and we'll try to do our best to answer your questions for you.